Hello everyone, this is Theodore and I'm back with another battle. This time I will be showing you a tournament replay. This is this has happened about 1 year and 3 months ago, and this is a semi-final game. This has been a long tournament, or a somewhat long tournament, decently long. There have been longer tournaments in this world, but we did have to play a round robin stage before this, and I think we had to face 4 teams before we clear out, and we went to the knockout stage where we had 3 rounds in total, and this is the semifinals of that. Obviously, this is a team tournament. This is myself as Spain. I'm bringing. I'm not even sure how many stars this general has. Probably 6, but who knows. Now I'm having alongside my trusted clan partner and teammate Crucible on this side, playing as France. He's playing the better nation. Hopefully, this will help him to carry more in this game. He has, as you can see, one old guard on each side, so his morale will be improved and that of the enemy will decrease. And as always, he's bringing a balanced build. And we are up against some strong grassy players, or at least one of them is reputed to be a strong grassy player. That is Crucible's opponent Talcor, playing as Rasha on this side. And on this side there is Karl von Clausewitz. Karl von Clausewitz was uh, one of my teammates in a previous tournament. So you could say that I trained him, or I prepped him a little bit to fight against me. And this is a tournament that didn't allow you to pick the same nation again for the entire uh, team. And we really had to think things through. I mean, we had the entire roster for the round robin, and then again for the finals. Not for the finals, for the knockout stage. And we were at a little bit of a disadvantage in this whole tournament because we had to face stronger teams, but such is the fate. Now, early on, I should mention that this tournament did allow us to bring one artillery per team, which allowed for some interesting play. And this game in particular, and the one after that, have been very laggy. I don't know whose fault it was, either Talcor's or of Karl von Clausewitz. But I want to stop the game a little bit right now because chaos might erupt soon, and I just want to explain a thing. So we were allowed to bring one artillery, and if you ask good players, they never bring artillery in their game because generally it is regarded as being too strong. And the reason for why I think that they didn't bring artillery is because they chose two nations that are cavalry strong, and they wanted to rush us immediately, so artillery wouldn't make too much of a sense. But for us who are reputed to take things a little bit slower, some artillery in the middle is actually very nice for us. And my whole train of thought on this was that even if I lose one artillery against one cavalry, that can be worth it. I mean, this artillery doesn't have to actually kill the cavalry, it attracts the cavalry to it, and then you get a kill. And they actually didn't kill too many people. I can still crew this whole uh, artillery, but what I also think that is happening is that the game is getting accelerated. This artillery, this one unit that is quite cheap, is putting everybody on the timer, the opponent team in a timer, because they have to engage us as soon as they can so that the artillery doesn't take out their very precious cavalry, or maybe even the general. Actually, no, the general we cannot because the rules do not allow us to snipe generals. But yeah, I believe that they advanced to meet us and they engaged us sooner than they would have if we didn't have artillery. And this is good value, indirect value, but strong value nonetheless. And I think that this is underappreciated in this tournament, especially. Yeah. I know that there haven't been many tournaments like this one. So yeah, the first blood is drawn by the Russian cavalry charging in the middle. They did manage to kill quite a couple of balloon guards. It wouldn't have happened if the game would be less laggy, but it did, and that is that. And also, I would like to point out that in the games where internet speed or just the game being laggy, the cavalry is much stronger. Just you cannot give orders as fast, and the cavalry just gets much better. I do manage to sneak a couple of shots in before my artillery gets attacked by no less than two lifeguard of horse, and I managed to miss a square because of the lag. I am going to blame the lag. I do want to point out the mistake by me. These lights shouldn't have been staying in the light formation in the front for as long as they have. They should have either been in the back uh, to shoot at the incoming cavalry or next to the line of infantry so that they don't take bullets before the infantry does. So we
Our
are
men are
noticing
running, sir.
a lot of charges from Sweden. Obviously, this is their strategy in this tournament. You can pull through as many squares as you want. I'm also trying to counterattack. I'm trying to snipe his general also. I'm trying to do everything I can to survive. This is a slaughterhouse. These lifeguards of horse have killed so much, and he could have done even better if he started attacking me on this side as well, because I'm starting to bring
Our
everybody on
men are
this
running,
side,
sir.
and this is just pain for me. Like, here I'm in a very difficult position, and then Russia is also trying to take a stab at my fusiliers. I didn't manage to square, and I am just in a horrible spot. I didn't even see this charge, and I'm really not sure what to do. If I put my general close, he rallied his cavalrymen. If I put my general close, he might charge my general, which is exactly what I'm doing to him. And many things are in square for me. I'm just trying to survive. I'm trying to
Our
back
men
off
are
to
running, sir.
spend his cavalry to do as much damage as I can. I couldn't believe that this was happening to me. Meanwhile, Team is holding on. Team Crucible is squaring when appropriate. He's attacking, but this hold on, this right here is a turning point for me. I managed to finally kill his general, which got too close to his cavalry because he thought that his cavalry would rout, which probably would have happened. But now the chances of it routing are much bigger, and this is a turning point. Right now, his cavalry is really low on morale, and my square is still shooting him. I'm still trying to back off. Hopefully, I still manage to retain some of my infantry, and his cavalry does shoot himself, and some of them rout, which is perfect. And I also take advantage of him, of the game being laggy, and I try to kill a couple of people over here, and I do, but he does take the square, and he tries to do the same to my general, chasing him around the map. Crucible is now helping me, does snipe one infantry. On this side, Russia hasn't been that strong. Russia isn't such a strong nation to play on grassy because they don't have that much working for themselves. They don't have infantry that can shoot well. They have one of the worst infantries shooting stats wise. Their shooting cavalry is a little bit more expensive than the other shooter, the other 60-man shooter cavalry. Obviously, we are playing with ultra settings for some reason. I mean, these were the rules of this tournament. Each tournament has its own rules, I guess. But for as long as the money is right, we will play in it, right? So Crucible did manage to defeat Talcor's attack. He did have the better nation, and in my opinion, he is also the better player. And also, Russia did spend at the very least, 2 cavalry units on my side, so that's -2 cavalry for him to worry about. Now, I managed to hold on to dear life, and in the end, Sweden does fall. They have less morale than I do, and his units rout faster than mine. I was somewhat lucky with the general snipe. I mean, it was bound to happen, but I have seen so many games where you have 4 people in your unit and your general is still alive. And yeah, this game has been very chaotic, very fast paced. I think that after most of the units have died, the game started working better. So maybe one of us doesn't have such a strong computer. Now we see a charge. It is not that often that you manage to see a charge on this map, but it does happen. So the musketeers, which have better statistics than regular infantry, charge against the guard, and they do lose because it is still a guard. So yeah, that was their shot. They shot their shot and missed, or we were too good for it. We were wearing body armor. And now basically we are playing who is going to kill his opponent first.
Victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
Me or Crucible. I am also sending units to him. And I do clear out my opponent with quite a few units left. I was actually very surprised mid-game that I still had an army after all that has happened. And now I'm racing to help Tim, which is he's obviously in distress. Without me, he cannot shoot right these musketeers from the side. Such a nasty volley. My general does get last charge. He can square and that was reckless. I don't like my general to
The
die
men
like
are
that.
fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
That is it. I think this game looks better on a replay than if you actually play it because of the lag. And I hope that this is entertaining for you. So I will probably follow up with the second game. See you.